I get a letter from Miss Crosnoe today. Something showing that she gave me a check, but of course I never did get a check. As I reported to the postal inspector, it was placed inside my mailbox, and that is not how it is to be done. She has to actually use the post office to mail me my check. So I reported her to the postal inspector for that one. And she sent me this note. Let me read it for you. Note. David lost the case on Monday. That was when we all heard her going, ha, 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 ha. I won. She thinks she won, of course. But, anyway. That's what this note is pertaining to. The restraining order will continue. She doesn't spell very well, so I may be saying the wrong words here. Good causes were found for his eviction and restraining order. No, there were no good causes. She dropped the case. Let's not forget. She dropped the case so she would not be put on the witness stand and give him the opportunity to show the perjury committed by her. All evidence from John and Terry and police reports and videos. First of all, no police report. Second of all, there's no video of him doing anything to her. He's done nothing, and my videos show, if anything else, what really transpired. But okay, she went in there to get an eviction, obviously, but John and Terry didn't get up there either and do anything because she dropped the case. And the papers you gave him, the judge did not even want to see. See, that was it. She decided to drop the case after she saw that I contributed to the papers, the information for the judge. So, but she wants me to know this, I guess. And he didn't want to see it because it was irrelevant. Hope you posted this correctly on YouTube, as it is now evidence. This ends. No, it doesn't end. Just apparently I got a note. Yeah, no, it doesn't end just yet. David still has to go over to her house on Monday the 13th with police with him for his protection. And then he goes to court on the 27th. Yeah. Then, of course, he goes to court on the 27th. And then hopefully it ends for him at that point. But this little note and the fact that she is misusing the post office by just having her and her friends just put my check in there by hand instead of doing the actual postal service. The inspector's checking her out on that one. So, but this is basically just proof that she's still trying to involve me in whatever's happening in her life for whatever reason. And I'm not going to be involved in it. No. Clearly, my crazy neighbor that runs the Crosnoe Circus next to me is quite the clown. It all makes sense now. She dropped that case because she saw that I was going to contribute to that case with my declaration. But that's okay. When the police show up to help David, I'll be sure to let them see this, right? I can't get over it. She will not mail me my check correctly, but she mailed me this note telling me how it's all, irrelevant that I'm aware of what's happening, whatever, and she's bragging about the fact that she's torturing David. Yeah, clearly Miss Crosnoe did not like the fact that I submitted a declaration on behalf of David. Oh well, but I'll blow this up. For sure I will hand this over to the police. Okay, so it's now been 5 days since my neighbor relisted that circus tent, and definitely still the same pictures, so I don't know if it'll get anybody to come look at it, but I certainly hope so, because if anybody needs a new neighbor, it's me. Yeah. I definitely want to see her go, and it'd be nice to have my lien paid off, I mean, that's my incentive to seeing her leave also, not just to see her leave, but to know that the lien will be paid off. So if you know anybody who needs to buy a house that has $650,000 cash, but can probably offer less than that because it is such a dump, just, you know, contact Zillow. There you go. Yeah, contact Zillow and place an offer. Once again, checking in at the Ventura County Superior Courthouse, and yes, see, it shows definitely going back on 2/27/2023 at 1:30, and because request to continue the hearing granted. Yeah, it's not over yet, obviously, but yeah, like I said, I hope at some point David gets a chance to not only clear his name, but take her to court for putting him through all this, because he truly does not deserve any of this. And for her to write me a letter and go out of her way and scream into my security cameras, I won, ha ha ha, I tortured him. Yeah. Like I said, it's just, she's mean, she's evil. There's no way other than to say that she's just a mean person that you can, you know, explain her actions. I mean, really, truly, she's just not nice, and neither are her friends. And like I said, to sit there and enjoy knowing that somebody is suffering because of their actions, their decision to drag them through a courtroom and claim elder abuse, it's just beyond me how people can enjoy making other people suffer. I like I said, I don't understand it. But okay, so she goes out of her way. The more I ignore her, you know, they screamed into my security cams. I didn't respond. I didn't come out and bicker with them. You know, they scream at my security cameras about what they're going to do to my fence. Again, I just ignore them. They scream, and because I ignore them, now I'm getting letters in the mail telling me how much they enjoyed torturing David by being able to lie to that courthouse. So, yeah, I hope when the police show up here on the 13th to take David over there, maybe I can get a little footage of what's happening. I just know that... yeah, I hope he gets his stuff out of there. I already told him he can keep his stuff here if he needs to until he finds a place for it. But, yeah, he's got to go back to court on the 27th. So I certainly hope somehow, some way the judge, you know, lets David somehow show that he never deserved that elder abuse restraining order. And of course, technically at this point, it's not really an elder abuse restraining order case anymore. It's been, you know, down to a eviction only because my chicken shit neighbor decided to go, oh, I'm going to drop it. And like I said, this poor man, he hasn't even been given the opportunity to question why he was even having to deal with being labeled an elder abuser and be under the court system's demand for him to show up in a courtroom and demand for him to be under a restraining order. He's done nothing to deserve any of it. And yet he's still got to, you know, abide by all their terms, even though he's done nothing. So, yeah, February 13th, he's supposed to get his stuff. And February 27th, he shows up there. And I hope the judge gives this man a chance to at least say, hey, I never deserved the restraining order. Can we at least all agree on that one? No, he doesn't. He doesn't deserve the restraining order. And it is just sad to watch somebody like Miss Crosnoe and her friends relish over the fact that they're torturing this poor man. I just don't understand it, how it's possible. But the DA did say that after this case is done, David can definitely open an investigation into her willingness to use the court system, abuse the court system for her personal gain. So, yeah, I, I hope somehow, some way, somebody reprimands this lady for all the elder abuse claims that she's brought into that courthouse. And the hose is still running along here. Underneath. Still connected. There it is. There it is. There it is. Hey, guess what day it is? That's right, it is Monday, February the 13th. That was David, and he plans, I guess, on trying to show up around noon. I don't know for sure. He just got out of the hospital again. He was in there over the weekend due to bronchitis. And of course they tested to make sure he didn't have COVID and all that, so that's good. But he's still got to set it up with the police. And then he asked if I would film whatever happens while he's over there. And I said, of course. No problem, but you know, I may not be able to accompany him over there. Don't really want to, obviously. But my fence is see-through, right? So I could probably just film it through the fence. I feel so bad for this guy, I really do. He is really just being put through the ringer. Okay, David just pulled up. It's actually 1:30 right now, so a little later than I was anticipating, and I don't see the police yet, but I hope that means they're still coming. They're just on their way. I don't know. I'll find out. Okay, the police are pulling up now, so that's good. It wasn't too long. Okay, so I guess he's going to come over this way and hopefully get his stuff. All right. Okay, I'm recording it with my wise cam so that we make sure that he's okay back there, because John and Linda are both back there at this point. Yeah, there's John. Okay, so it was unsuccessful. You weren't able to get your stuff today.
Back, you can't get back there.
Right.
So he brings out, John brings out.
I saw that. Yeah, you don't want John near you. So, yeah. But you're going to be okay. There he goes. And she ignored the judge's orders to have his stuff ready for him. Yeah, Linda and John are talking about what just happened. Oh my gosh, poor David. He you know, just gets out of the hospital again, and he had the 13th all blocked off with the judge to come get his stuff, and she was required to have his stuff ready to go to give it to him. And apparently, after he showed up, the police showed up, they go back into the room, and she goes, "Oh, his stuff's not here. I have it in the back of the shed over there," you know, through all that trash in her backyard. And this man is expected to walk all through it, right? To try and get his stuff. Yeah. If for somebody who wants him out of her house, she sure isn't going out of her way to make it easy on him, right? I'm just so disappointed. The police, they gave him event number, you know, and he's going to have to show to the judge that he wasn't able to get his stuff, and it just drags it out more. So yeah, he goes back on the 27th, and the Crosnoe Circus clowns, John and Linda, well, they get to, I guess, still relish in the fact that they're torturing this poor soul.